be asking, turn around. You may be asking yourself, why am I here?
To suffer.
Okay.
That will be my next video. But in this video, we're going to be talking about why Spider-Man Far From Home is one of the greatest Marvel films to lay the big screen and one of the greatest films in cinematic history. Spider-Man Far From Home is a Marvel cinematic film.
Marvel Cinematic Film.
Directed by Jon Watts and starring Zendaya, Jacob Batalon, Jake Gyllenhaal, Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Samuel L. Jackson. Playing as Mysterio, Nick One-Eyed Fury, MJ, Ned Leeds, Peter Parker, hashtag Spider-Man, by the way, and many others. One take, easy peasy, lemon squeeze. Spider-Man Far From Home has not only cemented itself as one of the greatest Marvel films to lay the big screen, but as the greatest film of every film in eternity ever to be made and ever to be seen by a human being ever. Forever. Thank you very much. Spider-Man Far From Home has one of the most heart-wrenching scenes in all of cinema. In this scene, Happy is pretty much telling Parker, you know, you're never gonna be as good as Tony. You're never gonna be even a drop of Tony, you know? Never gonna be as good as Tony. But you can still be a pretty gosh darn good hero yourself. So you're gonna go out there, you're gonna defeat Jake Gyllenhaal, you know, you're gonna send him back to wherever he came from, the other world, or, yeah, that was debunked, he wasn't actually from another world. But, I mean, another universe, you know, multiverse, you know what I'm saying, multiverse. But, you know, Parker stops crying. He starts acting like Tony, messing with his holographic stuff, you know. And then he goes and whoops Rey Mysterio's butt cheeks. He whoops him to a pulp. I think he actually dies. But, you know, Rey Mysterio had something up his sleeve. You know, he gets something up his sleeve. He releases info that Spider-Man is Peter Parker.
I'm like, what?
Spider-Man is Peter Parker? And the whole world knows that now? I'm like, who would have known that? Who would have known Spider-Man's Peter Parker? I mean, I didn't put that together in my head. I should have known that probably because he wore the Spider-Man suit and everything. But I don't know. I never figured that out. I can't wait to see how they pull this off, you know. Spider-Man being boing. Spider-Man being Peter Parker. I can't wait to see how Jon Watts pulls this off. But, you know, I have my faith in him. You know, Marvel. It's a wrap! Spider-Man Far From Home has been a masterpiece, an absolute humdinger of a movie. A 10 out of 10 would watch again. It is marvelous. If you have not seen it, I recommend it highly. Thank you to the director, Jon Watts, the cast, the crew, and Marvel. Thank you, Marvel, for making this absolute humdinger of a film. And thank you, Sony, for allowing Marvel to make this humdinger of a film. And thank you to everyone for watching. I want to thank you right there. I want to thank you for subscribing. I want to thank you for liking. I want to thank you for following my Instagram if you want. And I want to thank you for being you. You. Spider-Man Homecoming movie is a... Sorry, excuse me. Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From... Spider-Man is a Spider-Man movie. Peter Parker, Nick Fury, and Spider-Man. Jon Watts, probably French. It starts. Never mind. Spider-Man Far From Home is a Spider-Man film starring Spider-Man Far From Home has pretty much Spider-Man Far From Home has one of the most heart-wrenching scenes. Spider-Man Spider-Man Far From Home as one of the most heart-wrenching. Boop. Boop. Oops. Didn't all know that Spider-Man was Peter Parker. How did Mysterio know that? And I'm like, oh shoot, he saw him without his mask. You know, Parker, keep your mask on. You can't be having your mask off. Mask on. Mask on. I think that's a Future song, actually. But yeah, that's why Spider-Man Far From Home is the greatest film in all of cinema. Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank. Period. That's the way. I like it. Okay, just one more time. Thank you.
What?
Thank you very much.